Hello everyone, and welcome to the Wonder of Star Wars The Old Republic, episode number 21. We are still on Balmorra and continuing to explore this bug-infested planet. Well, right now Javiik is specifically watching Kemval go up and down the elevator, but that is an entirely different story. I've been thinking a lot about what Javiik has to do here on Balmorra. We know eventually he's going to run into his mom, so I've decided that a way we can explore that together is I'm going to either write or have someone write for me that confrontation between them so that we can actually kind of experience it together. But for now, we're just gonna continue on with the playthrough, because that's how we do. I did cheat a little. I had to go check some things. I wanted to go check if free-to-play players had access to a legacy bank, and the good news is yes, they do. The bad news is you missed about 20 minutes of me running back to this location. So let's talk to the Colonel and get on with our lives.
My lord, let me be the first to tell you how appreciated your work has been. Today the Balmorran resistance, backed by the government in exile, takes its last pitiful gasp. We have you to thank. It won't be long before the corpse of former Defense Minister Vol Argan is cold in the ground.
I hope to be the one to kill this Defense Minister.
The Resistance, aided by the Republic, has made its headquarters in the Balmorran Arms Factory. It is a heavily fortified facility, but it's not invulnerable. Not with such a powerful patriot as yourself on our side.
Why is it so bright in here? Is there a spotlight?
I await your orders.
If we may impose on you for one final task in service of the glorious Empire, we need you to break into the factory, shut off its power, and use the period of panic to shut down security. Once this is done, the main attack force can sweep in and wipe out the Resistance. And if you see Vol Argan, kill him.
It's time we cut the head off this serpent.
Just be wary. Word is the Resistance at the factory have the Republic's backing. They'll be well equipped and well trained. For anyone else, this would be a suicide mission. I wouldn't consider it, but I have a good feeling about you.
I like that line. It's time to cut the head off this serpent. I feel like we should definitely use that again if we ever get to Bye Campbell, if we ever get to Knights of the Fallen Empire. Oh, can't mount in here. There has been not a ton of news since I last played. Let's see, I think we have to go to a whole different location. Up in the north there. We're basically, if you're watching this soon after it's released, we're just waiting for the big server merge update, and then shortly after that, about 2 weeks later, they're doing a big content release update, so obviously nothing really cool is going to come out until those two things happen. There have been class changes. The class changes, I've been talking about those notes the last couple episodes, those are actually in place now. Okay, I have a bunch of quests I can turn in here. And a bunch of quests I can pick up. Hello.
You're one of the Sith, aren't you? Please, I need someone with high security clearance for a vital retrieval mission. The Republic raided one of our research posts. A ship escaped with stolen plans for a brand new walker design. Luckily, our gunners just brought the ship down. I need someone trustworthy, to check the crash site and retrieve those plans.
I'm gonna steal your eyeballs and turn them into marbles, mister.
And what exactly is in it for me?
Intelligence is providing a reward for the plan's recovery. This is the route to the crash site. Oh, if there are any survivors, kill on site. Take the plans to Agent Nianla. She'll get them to safety. Thanks. It was a stroke of luck meeting you.
There was also a major... actually, I think 5.5 happened before last episode. There was all those class updates. There was major
You've got
updates.
your whole life ahead of you, son. I'd hate to see it end in this camp.
Go ahead. I'm willing to die for Balmorra's freedom.
Is that the fodder they've been feeding you? You're lawless rebels, nothing more. But I tire of repeating myself. Where are the Resistance leaders hiding?
Go back to Drum and Toss, where you belong.
Go back to Drum and Cass, where you belong. Oh, this is heroic. I don't know if we've done this one before. Or it's an exploratory mission? Eh.
Pardon me, Watcher 8. Imperial intelligence. Your rise with the Sith has been well documented. Might you have a moment to assist me? Agent Veld, my top field operative, has failed to check in. Instead, I received some garbled distress signal. I will not abandon Agent Veld. I need him found.
Whatever prompted the distress signal, Veld could already have fallen victim to it.
Your expert opinion notwithstanding, he's survived worse missions without a scratch. I can give you Agent Veld's last known position near the Republic's main landing field, but the rest would be up to you.
Both Agent Veld and his mission are in good hands.
Glad to hear it. His distress signal was sent from these coordinates. I'll send him an alert to watch for you, but it may not get through. Good luck.
I don't know if it's just me or if it was intended for the voice actor, but I feel like Javiik sounds more confident in himself and his answers the further we go along. Oh, there's a box. I shouldn't take heroics from the boxes because there should be an actual way to pick them up, I believe. Most heroics have an actual person you can talk to. I know what this guy is. This guy, I believe, wants to give me the bonus quest.
Due respect, I understand you're Lord Zash's apprentice. Got orders from the planetary governor to find you. You're needed at this war conference, Priority Alpha 1.
Why does the Balmorran governor need me?
The Dark Council sent an emissary, big-time Sith Lord, to personally review the status of the Balmorran occupation. This conference will determine the next stage of the ground campaign. Whole war's about to be decided, and the governor wants your expertise.
This emissary of the Dark Council, what do we know about him?
Sith politics aren't my business. One of Darth Mar's servants is what I hear, but don't know anything else. Assigning black-level clearance. No one will cause you trouble. Be quick, though. They're starting any minute.
It's interesting. Hang on, let's check that quest really quick. Nope, this is not the bonus quest. Okay, good. Because we're not supposed to do that till after we finish all the quests here. So many quests! I know there's one more, Oh, let's go take the taxi. And go back downstairs and talk to that guy. So, along with the class updates, there was a ton of GSF updates, Galactic Starfighter. If you were thinking of jumping into it ever, or if you haven't played in a long time but would like to again, now is a pretty good time to do it, especially with people still kind of excited about the updates. Another good time to jump in would be after server merges too, just as more people show up, probably more people will be playing GSF. Something else cool, they updated the cartel market. One thing I do especially like about the update is if there is something you're trying to find on here, like you're like, yes, I really want to buy an Outlander token, you no longer have to search through like the 40 slightly random menus. You can just type the name of your item, boom, and you can find it. So you no longer have to like search through hoping you're in the right category, especially because lots of things are like in miscellaneous or popular. It didn't make a ton of sense. Who's in here we need to talk to? Up? Yes, up. What else? There's... Oh, right. Once again, a reminder, if you're having trouble finding your server on the server list, use your mouse wheel, the scrolly guy, you know, the one we usually use to zoom in and out, and it should make your server show up. They just cut the little box down to only show 5 servers at a time to get ready for server merges. Darth Lachris. Oh, she's scary. I remember her.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
As mentioned, scary.
I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
I'll just let her do her thing.
Please.
Watch and enjoy. I'm Darth Lachris, and I've been tasked with cleansing Balmorra. I'm glad you came. More Sith can only bring much-needed dignity.
Pretty, but scary. Oh my gosh, you can flirt with her? I don't think Javiik wants to flirt with death, as fun as that option seems. I think we're just gonna go with her wishes for now.
Darth Lachris, How can Lord Zash's apprentice be of use?
Such a skilled tongue and respectful disposition. I shan't turn my back on you. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmorra has a problem.
My friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmorra. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmorra's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Cathar, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the Resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Grand Marshal Cathar. What's his story?
A brute. He seems barely literate, but he took 3 sectors from us during the war. Cathar and the Resistance are based in the Balmorran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
There's another flirt option. You're getting angry. Once again, I do not think Javiik wants to flirt with death.
No fortress is invincible. There must be a structural vulnerability. Potential traitors in the ranks.
If the governor had done his job, we'd know. But there's no time anymore. Cathar may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead, and as Balmorra's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
If the Republic invades Balmorra, they'll be violating the peace with the Empire.
And if they act through mercenaries, a foreign government, they'll hide their involvement, but it'll be an invasion just the same. Obliterate the factory defenses, lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmorra. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
Darth Lachris. Definitely gonna read that one out. Darth Lachris. A powerful Sith Lord with a despotic temperament. Darth Lachris has never failed in war. Her successes in the Empire's battles have brought her to Balmorra, where she faces the challenge of putting down a resistance that has remained one step ahead of the military since the fight for the planet began. Darth Lachris is sharp and wary, expecting a scheme before every action her enemies take. Trained by Dark Council member Darth Marr, she is a warrior at heart with an embittered understanding of political necessity and a lust for all the galaxy's bloody pleasures. She sounds delightful. Man, I do wish... I assume that the flirting's not just to go nowhere and you can actually romance her up. That would be a really fun one to do, I think. Not for this story-focused playthrough. Maybe not. I was also thinking 2 other thoughts during the cutscene. I really like the fact that when Javiik speaks and he opens his mouth, you can actually see his very sharp canine teeth. It's just like a little detail of the Cathar, and it wasn't necessary. It's not like in the lore canon, Cathar must have sharp, pointy teeth. There's barely any lore about Cathar, and I don't think anyone would have noticed if they didn't do anything about the teeth. But I don't know, it makes me happy. It makes him look a little more scary, a little bit more feral, less human. The other thing I was thinking was that Darth Lachris has some serious makeup skills. I was thinking about it because a lot of the female characters can wear makeup to humans, not as much the other characters or other races. They have like tattoos and stuff like that, more permanent stuff. But the humans have some types of I'm not sure if you'd call it eyeshadow, but like around your eye areas, some pretty orange and blue options. And Darth Lachris had some really interesting kind of lipstick makeup. But to have that kind of lipstick and makeup on, unless it's like literally tattooed on, you have to be really, really skilled.
But I tire of repeating myself.
Shut up.
Where are the Resistance leaders?
You're all the way back in camp. Stop talking in my head. But to have makeup that lasts through the kinds of things that a Sith would need to last through, first of all, just if you're putting on normal makeup and you're not using a lot of skill or knowledge or like special tricks to make sure it stays on. Even just like talking can wear it off, and obviously eating and stuff like that would too. But on top of that, Sith has to go through the sweat of battle. They have to go through sensuous Sith kisses. Like they have to be the actual act of battle, moving around so much. Maybe even putting on a mask to fight. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing right here. Search for stolen walker plans. If I kill you guys, will you give them to me? Have some force lightning. But I'm wondering if there's like some kind of Sith alchemy or that makes it easier to put on. Because like when you're putting on makeup, you kind of treat it, I guess, kind of like painting. You want to put multiple layers, and each layer does different things. Like some of them help it keep it to stay on. Others help it from like not coming off in the first place. I guess if that makes sense. You kind of like, you do like primer like on a house. When you're painting a house, and each layer does something different, and it can take time to put them all on. That's why Beyonce or I don't know, Taylor Swift, whoever else, other famous people, they have teams to do it for them because they don't have the time to actually do it themselves. So maybe Darth Lachris has a makeup team, or maybe there's special Sith alchemy. If you're ever bored and you... What's this? Ooh. Hey, stolen walker plans. If you... It has a message. We have the location of a friendly training facility. Hitting the following coordinates, all survivors able to travel should head to the facility for shelter. It has Jedi protection, so you can transmit the plans from there. Those messages go way too fast to read. I don't really want to fight these Republic guys. If they fight me, I'm gonna kill them, but otherwise, I might steal their armor. It looks really cool. But, so now I'm wondering, I almost let you live! Now I have to kill you! You could roleplay as a Sith apprentice who's simply there to provide lipstick and hair styling to Darth Lords. I guess the third option, I guess getting it tattooed on, if that's a... I don't actually know. I know you can tattoo some types of eye makeup, and you can definitely get eyebrows tattooed if that's your thing, but I don't know if you can tattoo lipstick. I don't know. Is there anyone out there who is a makeup expert? Because I am definitely not. I don't actually wear a lot of makeup in real life. I just don't like it. I like the way it looks, and I like the act of putting it on, but I don't like having to wear it because I don't like it smudging everywhere, and I don't have the patience or the time to do the kinds of things it requires to keep it on throughout the day. It's just like my hair. I'm super lazy about it. Now, Javiik. I'll stop talking about my grooming habits. Let's talk about Javiik's instead. Javiik spends every morning, he washes and conditions his fur because he knows how to get the silky, illustrious effect. He uses Cathar hair be there. Did I do what I need to do here? For some reason I remember needing to go in here. There was a quest that sends you here. Oh, it's Republic Balmorra I'm thinking of. What's in here? Is there a special person? Republic Settlement Jedi Master! For real though, Javiik would not want to fight a Jedi. Same reason you wouldn't want to fight a Sith Lord, but also generally just not wanting to kill random people. I'm still sticking with my, what I first chose when I started the series. In canon, Javiik has not murdered over 1,000 people, some of them just for fun. Oh. Aw, these guys aren't even special. Oh, Jedi Padawan! These guys definitely did not kill them. I guess Javiik is kind of at the point, if a Jedi Master maybe saw a kind of very wary acolyte, or maybe even a younger apprentice, they'd probably be like, young one, don't join the dark side. How pretty. Wow. That is a really nice view. Sorry. I wonder if we can sneak through here. They'd be like, young one, come join the light side. It's not too late to be redeemed. But at a certain point, you don't want to waste your time saying that because you don't want to get killed while your mouth is flapping, I assume. Oh, hey, we have a speeder. We should use that. But Javiik's got some sweet robes. He's big for his age. I don't know if he's big for Cathar his age, but he's big for a human his age. Yeah, if I saw Javiik running at me with a lightsaber, I wouldn't stop to talk to him. Hey, look, more quests.
Just what I'm looking for. No one in the galaxy fights like a Sith. Interested in some target practice? Simple. Big reward from upstairs and the targets aren't even moving. The Republic scattered gun turrets along the defensive line, and my forces can't break through.
That sounds like a cause I can get behind. What do I do?
Hit the turrets with everything you've got. I'll contact you when there's a breach we can get through. Good hunting!
Everything I've got, but I've got a lot, sir. And here's our quest.
These are the stolen walker plans, I take it. So, Lieutenant Quisoon finally did something right by choosing you. Imperial Intelligence appreciates your hard work. I'll personally ensure these plans are secured. Congratulations.
Thank you! Ooh, earpiece. Yes? No? Yes? I'm not wearing my circlet. Very important. Balmorra is just really pretty, and you've got like the overhead battle going on too. Hi. I have to run all the way around. I'm just like, don't mind me, I'm killing your turrets. Let's see, what else is going on for news from that 5.5 update? Can't remember if I covered it last time. I think I was in a hurry and I didn't. The stronghold limit is now 10 to get ready for server merges once again, but if you just wanted to have 10 strongholds now, somehow, I'm not sure how you would, but you could have one of each right now with a couple left over to spare. There is... Oh yeah, this one's kind of cool. I haven't actually seen this for myself yet, but in the patch notes, there are now a taxi on some of the strongholds. I know Tatooine has one for sure. I'm guessing probably Yavin 4 has one as well. Oh my gosh, Kimbell! He said, you cannot hide, little Balmorrans. Let's see, but more importantly, the cutscenes, especially the Manon one, will not infinitely play every time you visit your Manon stronghold, which is great because it was just very annoying, as pretty as Manon is. But now, on top of that, you can also see the intro cutscene at your leisure, as it was originally intended when they were first released. There was some bugs that, I guess, prevented them from making it happen, but you can press a little terminal kind of near where you load in and you can watch the cutscenes. I believe there's also some kind of achievement, something called Stronghold Proprietor. I haven't looked this one up yet, but I've heard about it. And to get that one, you're gonna use those little terminals to rewatch the cutscenes. So if you like gussy up your stronghold really nice and you want to like record it or take a few nice screenshots from interesting angles, you could watch those previews as many times as you wanted. Oh, big change to the Dark versus Light system. This is more for level 70 characters, max level characters. Before the Dark versus Light system, it's kind of a system of rewards and a battle between Dark versus Light. It's kind of eh. But it's got some cool rewards and it does give you bonuses during certain times of the day. It used to last, I think, an hour, the victory state. The victory state has been changed to 18 hours, so you'll have a ton of time to use your little CXP bonuses. Notice I just opened my inventory to see if I had any right now. Javiik definitely doesn't have any CXP packs. Oh, we gotta find some big droids and kill them. That is a mission I can get behind. Oh, I'm wishing I picked up crafting skills. I could pick up this crystal right here. Archaeology is not a bad choice to choose. Like scavenging is usually my go-to, but I like archaeology just because the stuff you can pick up is really pretty. I can't believe we're already level 31 though. We're only on our 3rd planet, and I don't even know if we're halfway through, and we're definitely not halfway through if we add in the bonus series of quests. We're gonna be level 70 by the time we like hit Tatooine for sure. I mean, to be fair, we accidentally hit like 3 bonus XP weeks. We had one last week. I'm not sure if I noticed or not, but it just ended like yesterday. Okay, 1 giant droid killed. If I had scavenging, I could pick up that giant droid's booty. Oh, this guy's a little pet, and it gets left behind when he goes. I think I have a pet too, I think. I got it from that weird little event where if you play with others or log in during a certain time, you get it. I think that just happened to be the week I was doing a flashpoint. Ooh, there's also going to be another, like, group up event coming. I think it's the server merges update. Don't quote me on that. No, I think it's actually 5.6. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe after server merges. Have to look it up. I'll do a video about it closer to, but there's a bunch of things you can do to, like, earn. Oh, if you guys remember the Dark vs. Light event, not the system, that companion you could earn. Should I go deeper? Yeah, I think I'll go deeper than crew travel out. There's Master Ranos, the chiss you could earn. And then there's Darth Hexed was the one that we didn't end up getting. It's now going to be added to the game with this upcoming event. I don't know too much about her, but I know I want to get her so I can... Ow! How rude! So she can match up with Master Ranos on my main account. Javiik, of course, has nothing. He's got Kembal, who likes to eat everybody. That's not ideal. Oh, I guess I'm also surprised I still only have 1 companion. I'm not entirely sure who my next one is. I think it's a Balmorran Twi'lek. I can't even remember his name. Nope. No, I'm not sure. I don't remember the Inquisitor story very well. I just remember my favorite companion, Andronikos, and I don't even remember where he came from.
I can count on you. My forces will make it through. Great work.
Sweet, that was really simple. Go destroy turrets, come back for reward. Okay. This area is really neat. Well, not that specific quest, but the physical area, the environment. As I get stuck on everything. I learned a very cool trick, though, the other day. When you start a new account or you're playing on a new computer and you don't have your old settings, there's that little tiny flashing yellow tutorial button, and my computer blue screened the other day, so I had to reset. Most of my stuff was fine, but I did lose like my UI and stuff like that. But you don't even have to go into the UI settings to turn that off. You can literally right click on that flashing yellow question mark and it goes away. Just right click. Done. Balmorran Arms Factory. The Balmorran Arms Corporation has been one of Balmorra's largest and most influential manufacturers of weapons, military equipment, and droids for over a century. Its products cemented Balmorra's reputation as a provider of high-quality technology, and shortly before the Imperial invasion, the company built a new factory headquarters, at the time declared the most state-of-the-art arms production and research facility in the galaxy. When the Empire invaded, however, the Balmorran Arms Factory found a different purpose. The compound's massive walls and production facilities became the core of the Balmorran resistance effort. Resources? Giving Republic troops and Balmorran soldiers an impenetrable fortress with a nearly endless supply of resources and weaponry. In the years since, the factory has been under constant siege, but has never fallen. Rumor has it that the Resistance has even taken advantage of the factory's research facilities, developing devastating new technology to drive the Empire off Balmorra. I like reading the codexes. This is one of the reasons I'm really enjoying this playthrough. On my own, I'm a very impatient person. I'll go in with the idea that I want to do all the story, and then I'll be like, oh, I really need to go get this lightsaber. I love the way it looks, and I need to be level 60. Okay, let's go power level now, even though we're level 10. Can you get up here? Oh, looks like we need to get way up there. Hello? But doing it with you guys really gives me a reminder to always take the time and smell the roses and enjoy the story of the game. I'm also thinking that the writers who write the codexes are also fairly good writers. They're very, I guess they're very well written, at least to me. They're not too flowery, but they're also not too informational. Like, they're not just, this is this and this is this. Like, they're enjoyable words to read. So kudos to whoever wrote specifically with the one I just read about the Balmorra Arms Factory.
Go. No, wait. Watcher 8 alerted me about you. My mission's been compromised and I need your help. I need to gather clearance code cylinders from Republic officials around the landing field. Sadly, prying the cylinders from their bodies will be necessary. I've already identified the targets. I need you to handle them and take the code cylinders back to Watcher 8.
I assume you won't just be sitting here while someone else does your job.
I'll be finishing my recon mission for Watcher 8, which is classified, you understand. When you have the cylinders, plant some explosive charges on the ships on the ground. I need a distraction for the critical stage of my recon.
I can absolutely do that.
These should be enough charges. I know Watcher 8 trusted your skills, but be careful.
I wish you could see I was trying to cradle the microphone from the train for you all. I hope you appreciate that. Oh, what's up here? Oh, hey. Hi, droid. Take my garbage. I'm scared I'm gonna regret. Oh, boots.
Be well.
Regret selling all the companion gifts, but I just really don't want to deal with having to hold on to them all, especially before I had the legacy bank. It didn't feel like I had enough storage space. I might now. No, I just don't want to deal with them. If we ever feel we need to up our influences of our companion, we'll just cheat, okay, guys? And I'll send over like some purple gifts from my main character. Oh, I did have another fun idea. When we go to Alderaan, we should definitely dress Javiik up as a noble so he can return to his homeland looking real fancy and terrifying. Oh, there's something over here. I see a little twirly thing. I've seen this question come up on Reddit a lot recently as people are watching the Last Jedi trailer. They're saying, oh yeah, I forgot about Star Wars: The Old Republic, I should go play. And they're coming back to a game where you don't just buy the expansions anymore. And they're like, do I have to pay for it? Do I have to... What do I have to do to get the expansions? So just in case anyone here is new, I think most of you watching are not, you do not have to buy the expansions. You do not have to buy them individually. You do not have to pay for the expansions, period. They just come when you subscribe. You unlock all past and current expansions. So to unlock The Rise of the Hutt Cartel, Shadow of Revan, Knights of the Fallen Empire, Knights of the Eternal Throne, you only have to pay like $15 and subscribe for at least 1 month. And they even stay with you afterwards. So no, don't have to buy the expansions. Do you have to kill these Balmorran rebels? Yes, absolutely, non-negotiable. Possibly negotiable, but that would be too much work, and we'd have to be a stealther. Ah, something else that was really neat that I did recently, sort of. I didn't do it. I encouraged others to do it, question mark? This is neat. Hey, snicky, snicky. Oh, Javik's too tall, what the heck? Come on, learn how to crouch, man. See if we can do it without waking those guys up. Ah! Hide! The guys up there notice? I can't see them. Nope, they did not notice. How do I get up to the other one there? Right. I was, as I mentioned last episode, I was creating a really big guide that helps you figure out, I should probably turn my abilities on, what order you can do the story in if you're trying to see all the story and where to see all the quest givers and all that. I'll make sure to link that again in this episode so you can find it if you want it, because it especially has a... What are we doing over here? Are we having issues, Kimball? I'm gonna go with a definite yes, you're having issues way over there. I'm sorry if I forget to loot. It's a bad habit. Is there anyone up here? Oop. Huh, 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 huh. Yeah. If I was on my bad computer, I probably would have tanked it right there. Let's see if we can get up there. Long jump, Javiik! There we go. And I was writing that guide, and someone mentioned that they, at some point, had been able to solo one of the group story quests, specifically Lost Island and Kaon Under Siege. And these are 2 flashpoints that are pretty cool. They're not key parts of the main story, but they're very neat, rat-ghoul, scary, kind of creepy quests, and I think they're quite fun. They're quite different than a lot of the other flashpoints in the game, and at one point they were some of the hardest group content in the game. They were very fun. I remember playing them way back when with friends to get gear. And over time they kind of got lost because, one, there's no solo version. Technically, solo version wasn't even in the game back at that point. Okay, we exploded everything. Let's go inside. And second, specifically now, they are not in the group finder. I believe this is because they're some of the more difficult ones and you maybe don't necessarily want to get paired up with random people for them. And also they are not, I don't know if they're bolstered correctly. I heard a rumor that they weren't, but as far as I could tell, they were level 70. But you did not get bolstered to reach them. I don't know if that was an issue or something they just decided not to do. I don't know. Anyways, they're meant for like level 50 to 70, more on the 70 range.
This is Grand Marshal Chiquera to all personnel. Last night was a hell of a fight. Outnumbered 10 to 1, and we still beat back the imps. Victory's coming, boys. Keep this up, and we can all go home.
Victory's coming, boys. I didn't know my name was Victory. Hey. Oh, I thought it was a scavenging droid. I got really excited because I thought I had scavenging and I could poke it, but I don't. That would be incorrect. So I heard a rumor that those 2 flashpoints could be soloed, so I decided to try and find it out for science. Oh, shut up, Campbell. I don't even know what he said. This is the great fortress of the Balmorran rebels? You said all that just to say that? Hey, lore object. I'll tell you more about Kaon after. The invasion of Balmorra. The Empire launched a 2-pronged attack on Balmorra during the war, believing Balmorra's weapons production facilities and proximity to the core worlds to be of great strategic importance. This first prong of the attack involved slicing and reprogramming the network security systems that guarded the planet's factories, lab facilities, and weaponry, in effect turning Balmorra's defenses against itself. The second prong was direct bombardment, aided by Balmorra's compromised orbital defense towers and satellites. This attack devastated the planet's primary military forces and central government, leaving a unified response nearly impossible. Eventually, the Empire landed a full invasion force. By this time, the Republic had come to Balmorra's aid, but was forced to abandon the planet with the Treaty of Coruscant. After which, the Imperial military declared victory and established its headquarters in Sobrik. The Balmorran resistance proved more wily than the Empire anticipated, however, and the Balmorra's factories proved difficult to control, leading to a years-long morass in which the Empire is still mired. So technically, Empire has won here, but Republic resistance is proving a thorny pain in the backside for the Empire. But we've seen more than enough of that along the way to know that without the Codex entry. So this is kind of cool. I want to explore, but I don't want to fight any random people. Even though they're robots, I just don't feel like it. And in return for exploring, I found a button. Oh, there's another button. And hey, there's some torpedoes. We cannot take these with us. I bet you there's a datacron hidden in here. You know what? I'm not... Can I get in there? In there looks cool. Huh. Huh. No, I do not think you can get in here. Oh, here's another in there. It looks neat. Okay, so I've done I've run through Imperial Balmorra, and at least once I did all the side quests, but I don't think I've done them since. Even though I have a couple of Imperial characters, I was mostly just doing the class quests, or like doing the minimum amount possible just to see the stories, other times just to level up for the sake of leveling, which is mostly do the class stories. Snicka snicka kitty. Oh yeah, Can Under Siege. So I first tried on my tank to see if that rumor was possible, to see if I could advise solo players to try it out or not, or if it's like a fool's errand. Well, on my tank, I failed miserably, and I couldn't kill the ads fast enough. I was like on the same mob for I think about 10 minutes before I was just like, this is not very fun at all. So I logged out and I was like, you know what, before I go, I'll try this on my DPS character, and it was okay. It was actually surprisingly okay. A level 70 4-person group flashpoint by myself with my healer companion. So I didn't have the time to actually finish it up myself, especially because although that character was a lot faster than my tank, I'm still not a great combat person, and I'm not a great DPSer, as you see me using Force Storm spam, because why not? I promise you, one day I will go through Javiik's abilities, probably when I hit level 70. I just don't want to learn it until then, because I'm lazy. And I like spamming the buttons.
This is Grand Marshal Javiik. I've been hearing grumbling lately. People saying the Republic abandoned Balmorra. Well, I may not be Republic Army anymore, but I'm still a patriot. So don't say it to my face. The treaty may not have left us much choice, but the people of the Republic are still behind you.
I like that he's kind of talking to you while you're in here. I like that delivery of quest stuff. It happens a lot in Flashpoints, not a lot in the open world, I don't think. It like happens constantly in Flashpoints. So I decided I really did want to know if I could advise people to run Lost Island solo, or if it's just too hard, too annoying, or even impossible. So I hosted a contest. I said, first 3 people who can run Can Under Siege and Lost Island, I'll give you some cartel coins, because you guys know I have way too many cartel coins. I have found a way to get rid of them. Don't worry. You may get a piece of them next month. Well, if you're watching this video right now.
Grand Marshal Javiik here. I want to talk about sacrifice. My troops and I gave up our homes in the Republic. But the rest of you weren't given a choice. Your planet was taken from you. You're giving up everything to get it back. That's the real deal.
What's up there? Wonder if anything? Some more buttons, extra buttons for button pressing. That's about it. So the answer in the end is yes, Can Under Siege if you're level 70. If you ever want to see the Rakghoul storyline, is available to a solo player. Definitely want to be level 70. I don't think you'd want to try it at like level 50. If you are a level 50 free-to-play player and you can do Lost Island or Can Under Siege, I'm going to be very impressed. It might be possible, I don't know. But it sounds like even 70 gave people a little bit of a hassle of a time, I guess you could say. Not hard for more skilled players, but not like easy peasy lemon squeezy either. So Can Under Siege, if you're willing to give that a try as a solo player, is apparently a fairly interesting challenge. And it's very cool to see it if you've never seen it before. I'd highly recommend it in a group over a solo. It's a really fun one to do in a group just because of some of the surprising mechanics. To do them, especially over like voice chat, is like, wow. Like I said, I like doing this one with friends back in the day. Here we go. Here's the bad guys. Have some Force Storm spam. I believe they said that most people said they were between 230 gear and 240 gear. So you're not going to want to go in with random greens and blues. But people are saying they didn't have super high companions when they did it. I think the range was somewhere between like companion level 7 and 30. So don't think you're going to need a level 50 companion or something like that. Oh my gosh, I almost put Force Storm off my bar. How would I know what to even do? Oh gosh, and they changed locations. Ah, bad bar. Why aren't you locked by default? Now, Lost Island is a whole different story. So in the Rackle storyline, there is Kaon Under Siege, then Lost Island, and they're both started somewhere on the fleet. I know Republic side, I think... Oh, don't quote me on this, but I think it's called Whisper is the person you talk to. It's in that guide somewhere if you really want to know. And I think Imperial is like Lord Felmanine, but that could be an entirely different quest. I don't remember off the top of my head. The Lost Island, the second flashpoint. That one is apparently a huge pain in the booty. It ended up being 3 people got it, but it took them a lot longer to submit their entries than people doing the Kaon Under Siege one. So apparently Lost Island is also soloable, but it's if you can't don't feel too bad if it's like too rough for you. As I mentioned earlier, specifically if you can't do either of them, they're meant to be group flashpoints. They're really not meant to be soloed, so... Now, what was cool is after that, I learned a lot of the other group flashpoints also can be soloed if you're high level, have good companion, blah blah blah. Apparently Hammer Station, someone was saying, was super easy. I have not verified these myself, kind of want to one day, but not on Javiik. We're gonna keep doing it with our guildmates, our friends here. I don't know how to get up there. I don't know which way I should go first. Maybe this way. So they said Hammer Station was soloable at level 70. I think Academy Moo. There was one that wasn't. But most of the... Ooh, cool. Hello over there. I believe you are Cathar. Nope, you're not. You're just a human. I saw the hair, and for some reason I thought, another furry friend who looks like me. Nope. Just didn't zoom in enough. Alright. Well, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna find that post because I'm sure you guys are pretty curious about what flashpoints could technically be soloed. Typing! Ah, ha. You guys couldn't see that I was tabbed out. You just saw me running into a screen. Let's get up there. Okay, so this person was saying, get up here and don't fall off the ledge. I'm just gonna pause for a second here. So they were saying Hammer Station was a yes, Aethys was a yes, Kadamimu was a yes, Red Reaper was a yes, Mando Raiders was a yes. Apparently Mando Raiders was quite difficult for them, but they were able to do it eventually. They also used stealthing, so running through Flashpoint solo is especially easy with a stealth character. I just wanted to run past these guys, but they're too grouped up. So that's very cool, especially for those of you who, I know many of you do like to play solo, either because time constraints or you just don't know, have friends in real life to play with and you don't want to check out the group finder, because sometimes people in group finder are not so nice. Sometimes they're awesome, sometimes they just have different goals than you, like they want to get to the end of the flashpoint for the reward, not necessarily for experiencing the story. Which is fair enough, it's group finder, not to find people to play the story with finder. I don't know. Button!
Darth Lachris, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmorran arms factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly
You are
of the
not
Republic
pardoned,
Army.
sir. I was talking to Darth Lachris.
The man who stayed behind when the Republic abandoned this world. I recognize your kind.
And I recognize yours, Sith. I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Hello.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmorran resistance. Taste of what's coming.
I'm surprised a Jedi could arrive on Balmorra unnoticed.
We've got a few tricks left.
Go! Go!
Is this the first time I'm fighting a Jedi, like, in this story? I know I remember I fought one on Esselis. I obviously killed one earlier. Not in the story, though. This guy's really cool looking. I really wish Togruta could have been like this. Right here. Bah. I need to turn off all the numbers. Hang on. Don't hate me. Flytex, go away. Oh, okay. Is there a button I can press? Here we go. Hey, Lachris.
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did Jaquetta send a Jedi?
Flirt, did I impress you?
Along with a Special Forces team. He claimed they weren't with the Republic.
I'm sure he did. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. It must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmorran arms factory and bypassing our defenses.
You know where to look. Scan for enemy transports approaching the factory.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, one Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
The Empire still runs this world. How much damage can those squads do?
Our forces are armed to fight a traditional insurgency, not elite strike teams. We'd need 1,000 Sith, not 6 million grunts. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems around the factory. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmorra.
Very cool. Apparently I should select this one reward. I've over-leveled. Sorry, just taking in the scenery. Right, Togruta. I was really excited when they said they were coming out because I really liked Ashara, who we'll actually see later in Javiik's story. What her relationship with him will be, I'm not entirely sure. But I really liked the way her character looked, and I like how the original Togruta looked. Unfortunately, when they decide to add them to characters, like to make characters playable as Togruta, they decided to, oh, I forgot all the loot down there. And Kim Val, but I don't care about him. They decided to make them closer, I think, to the Clone Wars version of Togruta, which makes me sad, because I like the old ones. I like the SWTOR ones. Oh, nope. No avoiding the droids. Go away! So I don't think I've ever actually seriously played as a Togruta. Like, when they first came out, I was really psyched for them, and I had, like, a whole outfit planned for one, and I had their class picked out, and I had a second one that had a whole outfit for them, and then I just couldn't get into actually playing them, I guess. Lame. But I think at least the feminine Togruta, I think, look okay. I really just like the way the masculine ones look. Oh, we're here! Ah, this is where... This is where I wanted Javiik to find his mom. I think this is a good place to leave off. And I'm gonna kill this guy, and I hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you on the next episode of The Wonder of Star Wars: The Old Republic.